Welcome to lecture 28 of IE and I, that is electronic control of heating. Electronic control of heating means electrical or electronic methods of heating that are preferred over conventional methods of heating because of certain advantages like cleanliness, efficiency, accuracy, fast response, automatic control is possible, and higher range of heating that is possible. In large scale industrial applications, electric heating can be achieved mainly by any of the three methods. First is resistance heating, second is induction heating, third one is dielectric heating. Now, what is resistance heating? It is the simplest method of heating when a current I amperes flow through a resistor of R ohms. Then it produces I square R amount of heat or power loss in terms of heat. Resistance heating can be achieved by using metal conductors, second, non-metal conductors like carbon, etc. Resistance heating is used in hot plates and heat insulated furnaces for laboratories and production purpose. In case of electrolytes or water, a rated current is passed through the two electrodes separated by a liquid. In this case, the resistance of the liquid is responsible for the amount of heat I square R produced. Such type of heating is adopted in industrial furnaces and boilers, etc. Now, second type of heating is called induction heating. In this process, the induced EMF is responsible for production of heat. Induction heating is also known as eddy current heating because heat produced in the heat produced in this process is due to eddy current losses taking place in the system. This type of heating is used in melting, forging, annealing, forging, surface hardening, brazing, and soldering operations. Now we can see this is a simple representation of eddy current or induction heating. We can see here high frequency AC voltage is applied to the induction coil which is surrounding the job, that is a magnetic job, or it is called charge. So EMF E is equal to minus N d phi by dt, where N is the number of turns in the job coil, phi is the magnetic flux, d phi by dt is the rate of change of flux, and E is EMF produced. Induction heating system can be represented by this block diagram. So this is the block diagram of high frequency induction heating, or it is called electronic heater. Single phase AC power is first rectified to produce DC with the help of a single phase rectifier, and that is filtered by LC filter to reduce the ripple content. So this is the LC filter. The ripple free DC is fed to an oscillator circuit. This is the oscillator circuit. Oscillator output is applied to the inductor coil which heats the magnetic job placed in the coil. The type of oscillator used depends upon the value of frequency required for heating process. The inductor of the tank coil is trapped to a job coil. This is the first type of inductor where inductor is trapped around the it is tapped from the it is on the job coil. So inductor is tapped from this coil L and it is wound around the job. So this is the first type of inductor. Second method is coupling through the transformer action. So that is a transformer action which takes place for the for the heating of the job. So LC, and there is a coil wound around L, which is also wound around the job. So these are the two type of arrangements which are used for the inductor, which is used in induction heating. Now the third one is dielectric heating. We know what is dielectric. A non-conducting material generates heat when subjected to an alternating electric field. This process, the heating takes place due to dielectric loss, that is known as dielectric heating. The amount of heat produced depends upon the value of dielectric strength of the material. The non-conducting material act as job to be heated. So this is the job to be heated, and these two are the electrodes. We are supplying high frequency AC supply to the two electrodes, and the job to be heated is kept in between the electrodes that act as dielectric, and due to the dielectric losses the job gets heated up. Now this is the system of dielectric heating. In this process, job is placed between two electrodes, and the electrodes are fed with a very high frequency AC supply. A capacitor is formed between the two electrodes and the job. The job acts as dielectric material between the two plates of the capacitor, and the current flowing through the circuit is given by IC is equal to E upon XC, where XC is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC, where IC is the current flowing in amperes, E is high frequency supply in volts, XC is the capacitive reactance in ohms. Now we can see in this block diagram, single phase AC supply is given to the rectifier that rectifies the AC current to DC current, and that is filtered with LC filter, and it is given to the RF oscillator, which gives high frequency supply to the electrodes, and a job is kept in between the electrodes that act as dielectric, and this is called dielectric heating. Now during the charging and discharging of the capacitor, the molecular arrangement of the job changes because of continuous stress created by the electric field. This change in molecular arrangement results in generation of heat. So dielectric heating is widely used in industry. It works on converting high frequency electric energy into heat energy. So that was all about electronic control of heating. Thank you so much for attending my lecture. Keep sharing my lecture with your friends and subscribe my channel.